Just waiting for people to come on. We've got one person on watching. Hi. Nope, 2 people now. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Kylie. It's very quiet right now. I'm just waiting for 2 o'clock. Hi, Cindy. So we have 6 people watching. So hi everyone, my name is Kat and I am the program specialist for Lakeview Cabin, North Platte. Thank you so much for tuning in today with Conservation Nebraska to learn how to make your very own DIY deodorant, hand sanitizer, and more. You may be wondering how this relates to the outdoor pillar. What we consume in our home directly impacts the world outside. Plastic pollution has become one of the most pressing environmental issues as rapidly increasing production of disposable plastic products overwhelms our world's ability to deal with them. Plastic debris is found absolutely everywhere, from the Antarctic to the Arctic. It litters campgrounds, clogs street drains in our cities, our national parks, and is even piling up on Mount Everest. There are an estimated 270,000 tons of plastic floating through the world's seas, where it threatens more than 700 marine species with its presence. Even though we try to recycle as much as possible, the fact is that not all plastic is recyclable. By making your own deodorant and other cleaning supplies, you are significantly cutting down on your consumption of potential plastic waste. Now, there's one more subject I would like to talk to you about before we begin our projects today. So what are essential oils? You can see in the recipe that all of the recipes call for some form of essential oils. So essential oils are made up from parts of certain plants like leaves, herbs, barks, and rinds. Makers use different methods to concentrate them into oils. You may add them to vegetable oils, creams, or bath gels, or you might smell them, rub them on your skin, or put them in your bath. Some research shows that they can be helpful if you know how to use them the right way. Always check the label and ask your doctor if you're not sure if it's okay for you to use them. Look for a trusted producer that makes pure oils without anything added. You are more likely to have an allergic reaction to oils that have other ingredients. Just because it's from a plant doesn't mean it's safe to rub on your skin, even if it's pure. Natural substances can be irritating, toxic, or cause allergic reactions. Like anything else you put on your skin, it's best to test a little bit on a small area to see how your skin responds to it. Do not keep essential oils for more than 3 years or past their expiration date. Undiluted oils are too strong to use straight. You need to dilute them, which is what we are going to do today. Don't use oils on damaged or irritated skin, as this may cause more irritation. Children and the elderly may be more sensitive to essential oils, so please consider the age of the person using them. If your skin does have a reaction, please discontinue use immediately. With essential oils, more is not better. Only use the recommended amount or less if you are concerned about potential side effects. In fact, you don't have to use any essential oils in any of these recipes. Essential oils are completely optional. So I hope you all have your supplies ready. I am now going to turn it over to Alicia to get us started.
Hi guys, so today we're going to get started. We're going to start with the DIY makeup remover, and for that you'll just need some aloe vera gel, only half a cup, so we'll go ahead and put that in our bowl. And then we'll do half a cup of raw honey. And we'll mix these two together first, just whisking together. And then once those two are combined, for the most part, we will put in 1 tablespoon coconut oil. You can use coconut oil or olive oil or any other oils like grapeseed. And then you just whisk that in. And once it's fully combined, it'll look just like this. This takes it's pretty fast to make. And then I have just a mason jar that I keep mine in. And you have to store this in the fridge. So you want to store it in the airtight container, like a mason jar would work. And then when you are going to use it, just make sure you shake it up and make sure everything's still combined. And then next we will be moving to the deodorant. For the deodorant, we are going to need baking soda. You'll need 1/4 of a cup of baking soda. And then 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch. Or you can also use arrowroot powder, whichever one you have easier access to. And then 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And then you can use essential oil, but that is optional again. And so you just start off with adding the 1/4 of a cup of baking soda. And you can mix this in the container that you are going to put it in, or you can mix it in a bowl like I am. And your 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch. The reason some people use the arrowroot powder is because it can be less harsh on the skin. It depends on if you have allergies, or again, use a small amount first just to test it out. And then you will put in 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And I just warm my coconut oil if it's solid to make sure it mixes in nice and easily. And then I use about 5 to 7 drops of lavender. It's not really harsh on the skin at all. Usually, a lot of soap is made with lavender. Very natural scent. And then you'll just need to stir to combine it. And it might take a minute to come together. And if you notice that it's kind of dry, you can add up some more coconut oil.
Should it have like a paste consistency?
Yeah, it should be almost a paste, a little bit drier than a paste, but almost. Because you want to be able to pick it up and kind of have it be like a pea sized. So you can use it. So I'm going to add a little bit more coconut oil. And just do it kind of by eye. And when it starts clumping together, that's kind of a sign that you are getting somewhere with it.
So kind of like that.
So almost like a cream.
Now when you go to use this, you said you use about a pea size amount?
Yeah, underneath each arm.
Okay. And how long does something like this usually last?
It lasts about a month to 2 months. And you can keep it in the fridge, or you can keep it in a cool, dry spot. So we're about there. Make sure everything's combined. And I use, you want to keep it in an airtight container again. So I use just a smaller mason jar. And this should last you about a month or 2. And I've noticed that this one works the best because I've tried some other deodorant recipes, and this one has worked the best, personally. So kind of once it can be pushed together like that, almost looks like kind of a dough.
Like Play-Doh?
Yeah, like Play-Doh. You can scoop it in. into your container. And you just have your deodorant.
Cool.
And
Sorry, I'm going to focus on you now. I covered up I didn't want people to see your password.
So next we will move to our all-purpose cleaner. So this one is really simple, again. It doesn't take many ingredients. So all you will need is distilled white vinegar. Distilled water works the best, but regular water will work too. And then you can use either essential oils or fresh lemon. It works really well. If you're going to use the fresh lemon, you do have to refrigerate the cleaner. So all this is just 1 cup of the water. And if I like make a lot at a time, I will store it in a mason jar. And then I also have just reused old spray bottles from other cleaners I've had. So once you finish a cleaner, you can just clean out your spray bottle and reuse it for your own cleaners. Homemade ones.
How much of the vinegar are you using?
A cup of the vinegar.
Okay.
So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay. And then for essential oils, I either use lemon and orange together, or I just use a lemon.
How do you use the lemon?
So what you do for the lemon is you can you just use the lemon juice, and some people use the zest as well.
Okay.
But you don't have to use the zest, and you can just squeeze some in there. I should get a seed in there, which you can take out, and it's just about half a lemon.
Okay.
And then when you're done with that, I like doing it in the mason jar because that means I can just put the lid on and shake it up.
Now, can you use other citrus fruits, like maybe an orange?
Yeah, you can use an orange, grapefruit.
Grapefruit. Ooh,
Like
that would probably smell good.
Yeah. I've used orange, grapefruit, and lemon all together to make a citrus blend one before, and that one smells really nice. So that's just the all-purpose cleaner. You can use this on really any surface, except for like windows, but yeah.
Right.
And then we will do the air freshener. So for the air freshener, I have another one of those bottles that I'm reusing. And for that, you need rubbing alcohol, water again, and you can use essential oils, or you can also use the citrus again. So for this one, you'll need 3/4 of a cup of water. And you can make a double batch because this is kind of a big bottle for it. But then you can need 2 tablespoons of the rubbing alcohol.
Oh, be careful.
Wow, yeah. And then you can mix it together. I do it in this measuring cup just because it has a spout on it and it makes it easier to put it in there. And then I use the citrus again. So I just do a blend of those. So you can use like 5 drops of each, 10 drops altogether. Or if you're doing a blend, you can go up to 15. And I will just transfer it into here.
So that would be something nice that if you got a little spray bottle, you could keep it in your car.
You keep it in your car, and then you can make a double batch too if you're making one for your house or anything like that. And then the last one we're going to do is hand sanitizer. So I just have a little bottle for the hand sanitizer. So for this one, you just need 6 tablespoons of rubbing alcohol. And you can go with 91 to 99% alcohol. And that will work the best for hand sanitizer, but you can also use the 70%. But you'll just have to use a little bit more. So for the 91 to 99%, we are using 6 tablespoons. But for the 77%, the 70%, you need 7 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon. And you can mix this in another bowl. I just find it easier just to shake it up in the actual container though. And for the aloe, a lot of places are sold out of the aloe vera gel right now. But if you have an aloe plant, you can use that as well. That you just take off a leaf of the aloe, and you can scrape the inside, and that is the gel. That's how they get the gel for the aloe vera gel. And then we'll just use 2 tablespoons of the gel. And then you can use essential oils. You don't have to use essential oils. It's just to make it smell nice, or else you will smell a lot of the alcohol. So I'm just going to use orange. I use about 5 drops. You can use up to 10 for like a little bit of a bigger one. And then I just pop the lid on, and you shake it up, and it'll be green because of the gel. But you can make a double amount, and it'll probably put this halfway. This is a bit of a bigger container for it, but then you can just use this as hand sanitizer.
May I have some, please? I didn't think this through. I don't know how to, I'm holding the camera. I'm one hand wiping it on. Wow. It smells good too.
Yeah.
It feels just like the stuff you buy in the store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Does anyone have any questions for Alicia? We'll take a couple seconds. All right, I'm not seeing any questions pop up, but know that we will be monitoring the comments, so if a question does come up, we will answer you. So before we end here today, I'd like to thank Alicia for putting this program together for us. I'm really excited to try these homemade products. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for your live horse lessons with Dusty at 10 a.m. At 2 p.m., we will be learning about ag science with the South Platte Natural Resources District. For our adult volunteers, tune in tonight at 4 p.m. where we will go over financial aid opportunities. Life is really different right now, and I want you all to know that Girl Scouts is here for you. We are all in this together. Share some pictures of your homemade products on our Facebook page using hashtag GSSN and hashtag Girl Scouts at Home. And I do have a question. So what if you don't have an aloe plant?
Have an aloe plant. You can get the aloe gel at the store or online. And then there's also a spray hand sanitizer that you can use. And for that, there is the liquid aloe vera. That's this one. And you use that with the alcohol and the essential oil, and it'll just be a spray.
Interesting.
It won't have the same consistency.
Okay. Well, there you have it. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day, Girl Scouts. Bye.